Hi guys, my name is Goofy. I am a performing poet and filmmaker based in Nairobi, Kenya. Essentially, I'm an entertainer, and the thing that I need you guys to know is we have a history of forgetting real fast. But the good thing about art is art uses whoever is there to document the times, to cement history and document anything that cannot be published. And through art, we have musicians, we have poets, we have filmmakers. And the one thing that I noticed about this revolution is it caught everyone off guard, especially the leaders. But us, as the people, we knew it was brewing, we knew it was coming, we just didn't expect it to be this soon. The thing that I want to say is we should not forget people have been shot, um, they're dead, some have been buried, some are still in jail, some have injuries, and the leaders are still as arrogant as they were because the narrative that is being pushed right now is Ruto is listening to the people. Well, he's not. The space does not. Um, to other people in other African countries, it looks like he's reaching out to us, but in essence, we know what is happening. He is just milking it dry so that the PR works for him. But we should not forget whatever is being said here is we should go get our votes. We should educate ourselves on these things because we have the power, and there's nothing that beats a citizen that is united, and we are united right now. The June 25th demonstrations really rattled everyone. It rattled the government real bad, and we should keep that pressure. With that said, I was requested to do a piece, a poem, spoken word, and this is called To Live Here. To live here is to live in fear. You don't know if this life is yours. You don't know if you own anything else that isn't your thoughts. Your mind might be the only place that feels like home, but only if you don't share your raging thoughts. Here, the loud ones, the smart ones, the nosy ones, they disappear here. The trees in Kikuyu and the bushes in the Mao know more about missing people than the ones who took them here. We wish trees could speak, but they too are being cut down here. Trees wish we could speak, but we too are being gunned down here. We forget names like Willie Kimani, Baby Pendo. Here, you can be shot whether you are a lawyer, a taxi driver, or unauza nyama pare gara. Here, if you are a young man aged 19 to 22 who likes wearing faded jeans that are torn on the knees and seemingly a good OD dancer, you'll be shot here. Your death won't mean a thing to a police unit that's funded by your taxes here. Body bags have more work than the youth of this place here. The country eats its own people. One minute you're with them, the next you're dead and gone. A moment of silence for Evans Njoroge. To live here is to embody Koleka Putuma. Collective amnesia stays within us. Here, we forget to count after every 5 years. Here, leaders manipulate the votes and pass it out as the voice of the people. People with no voices, people with no choices, people with no health care, no security, or an average life standards. Here, the only cues we respect are the ones found along tribal lines. Here, we are one. Foolish people here. Thieves use their loot as manifestos to kickstart their careers here. Thieves appear in top 30, 40, and 50, and the top 30, 40, and 50 here. Golf gets more funding than the education kitty. To live here is to constantly think of death. Here, you have to look right, then left, then right, then left while crossing a one way road. To live here is to constantly think of death. Here, you can get a brain surgery when you checked in with a cold. Here, cartels run a hospital. Here, criminals own a hospital. Here, rapists have a hospital. Here, you have to light a candle after the many deaths we invite into our lives here. We are experts in instant rage, but amateurs in following up here. We forget more what hurts us as a people and always remember the silly stuff here. We are comfortable with heavy taxation. a rogue police unit, suppression of free speech, unequipped hospitals, corrupt officials, a dormant constitution, selective human rights, a fast ending forest cover, privately owned killer dams, deaths upon deaths and deaths upon deaths. This is the life we live. And the people they've killed, I'm going to say their name: Rex Masai, Dr. Margaret, Evans Kiratu, Frank Okoth, Nick Adams, Eric Njeru, David Chege, Ian Kerr, Belinda Cheng, Beasley Kamau, Edwin Otieno. Say their names: Erickson Mutisia, Eric Otieno, Credo Oyaro. Say their name: Eric Sheni, Emmanuel Tata, Ibrahim Kamau, Kennedy Onyango. I've said your names, and these are the ones we know. We live as Kenyans fighting for your spirit, fighting for your life until we get a better Kenya. To live here is to live in fear, but we don't have to live in fear. We have the power. Tutafinya mpaka ZAKAYO ASHUKE. Thank you.
Right, all right, all right. Thank you very much. I really, really promote artists. I respect artists because we cannot have a mental revolution without artists talking to us and reminding us where we've come from. The reason why they are diverting the study of history, literature, anthropology, sociology, philosophy, civics, social ethics, psychology. The reason why these subjects, the establishment calls them useless subjects, is because these are the subjects that promote citizen awareness, they sensitize citizens, they awaken them, they unite them, because they call you to your spiritual consciousness. Without spiritual consciousness, we cannot achieve anything. The protestation that we've been experiencing the last 3 weeks is because we have joined together as a generation through a spirit of liberation. We want to liberate ourselves from the chains of tyranny. We want to liberate ourselves from the imperialism in parliament. We want to liberate ourselves from the mockery and the contempt coming from the mouths of politicians, careless, reckless, useless politicians, heartless, tearless, callous, stone-hearted, cold-hearted, no-hearted. They steal our resources every day. They steal our taxes. And when you ask them, they shoot you. They buy bullets, but they can't buy food. They buy tankers, but they can't buy water tanks. Our children are struggling. Our mothers are pained. Our fathers are hopeless. While these callous politicians sit in big hotels, and even they have hotels in the parliament so that they can eat. After vomiting on us, then they vomit again and vomit again. And when you ask them why they are vomiting, they diarrhea on you through reckless and callous statements. They don't care about you. They don't care about us. They care about nothing. They care about their wallets. When it is about them, they unite. They speak in one voice to pass that bill that raises their salary, to pass that bill that gives them access to public resources. But when it's about you and me, they don't sit in the chambers. We are only left with the judiciary chambers, where we go begging for justice. Yet we've been told in our national anthem that justice is our shield and defender. Why do they take it away from us? Why should we bend? Why should we beg? Why should we cry for justice? Why? Why should we beg for the president to listen to us? He's not deaf. And we are not ENT doctors. We are citizens. Listen to us. Don't kill us. You can beat us with a stick, but we shall stick together in a spirit of liberation. We want to liberate ourselves, and this is not about me and you. This is about the generation that is coming behind us. They will be asking us, Father, Mother, we gave you this future. What did you do with it? The future does not belong to me and you. The future belongs to those behind us. It is them that have given us this future so that we take care of it on their behalf. And when they are adults, they will ask us, you let us down. Daddy, Mommy, you let us down. You didn't fight for us. We don't have a future. We don't have a country. They will be looking at our country and say, here lies the ruins. Here lies a country that used to be called Kenya. Looted, dehydrated by the powers that be. If we don't build together in a spirit of liberation, going to the street in protestation, raising our voices, clenching our fist, and asking what belongs to us, the political class will continue eating, looting, and destroying our future as we look at them. It's time to mobilize our energy. Whatever you do, whatever thing you are, whoever you are, it is time to mobilize our energy. We need to drain the swamp, because the swamp cannot sustain our future anymore. The swamp is polluted by rats, snakes, and toads, crocodiles, parasites. We must drain the swamp. No matter how many days it takes, that swamp has to be drained.